It's time for CBS 19 Sports.
Morning, y'all. Spring football is in full swing for Stephen F. Austin, and the Lumberjacks are using this time to fine-tune their game ahead of the fall. With new additions, returning talent, and high expectations, SFA is laying the foundation for a big season. CBS 19's Serenity Douglas has more from Nacogdoches.
Spring in Nacogdoches means two things: padded helmets back on the field and expectations rising for the Lumberjacks.
We're proud of where we're at, how the guys are working, what they're doing, but tell them every day they're behind, because somewhere your opponents are ahead of you. They're working harder and just trying to have that mentality.
And with the busy transfer portal, the Lumberjacks have brought in some fresh talent to help make an impact this fall.
I think been fairly blessed in today's climate of the transfer portal and all things coming and going. Our locker room is held together pretty good. We've been able to add a few guys to the mix offensively. We returned all but really one starter.
This spring, the fresh faces are making an impact.
We got a safety named Sacco, man. Hey, he's a hitter. We got a couple new faces on offense. Not that many. We got the same returning, but we do got a receiver, slot receiver named Bugs. Y'all watch out for him.
But it's not just the newcomers making waves. Returning quarterback Sam Vitlack is stepping into a bigger leadership role. Having over 2,300 yards last season, he's looking to build on that success while keeping the offense sharp this spring. And off the field, he's had a pretty big addition to his team, welcoming a new member to the family.
It's really special getting to finish up practice with a bunch of my best friends out here on the field, and then get to look over, see my wife and my little boy. It's really special. I think the biggest point of focus is just efficiently moving the offense, just continuing to build on the chemistry with receivers from last year.
With spring ball setting the tone, the Lumberjacks are locked in and ready to put on a show this fall.
When people come out there and look on Saturday, this team is the most disciplined, toughest, hardest working, most respectful team in the nation, And that's just something I want, and the other guys on my team want the audience to see when we out there on Saturday.
Reporting in Nacogdoches, I'm Serenity Douglas, CBS 19.
Love the baby, so cute. All right, let's turn our attention to the Cowboys now, because we've got drama in Jerry World. Talking about a potential contract extension for all-world defender Micah Parsons the other day, Jerry Jones had some interesting things to say regarding how he would maneuver those extension conversations.
The agent is not a factor here, and I don't know his name. The agent doesn't have one thing to do with what we're doing when we get on a football field against a team. Micah does.
Kind of get what Jerry's saying here, but there's typically a process for how these things go, and the agent does have a name. It's David Mulugeta. Parsons didn't love the comment. He tweeted, among other things, quote, "Like anyone with good sense, I hired experts for a reason," and quote, "There will be no back doors in this contract negotiation." All right, March Madness time. The Houston Cougars are the lone Texas team still chasing a national title on the men's side. This sure ain't their first time at the dance or even the Final Four, and they're determined not to settle for second place again. The Cougs tossed up the deuces by now. They're probably already cruising their way through the San Antonio Riverwalk. Houston's has a nation's top defense, and they'll face off against another defensive powerhouse in Duke. Head coach Kelvin Sampson insists this game is just like any other. He prepares his team the same way, no matter the opponent.
We don't put high importance, low importance, medium importance. They're all important. SIU scouting report was no different than Tennessee's. But that's how we operate inside our cocoon here.
The stage is set for the men's Final Four, and CBS 19 has y'all covered. The nation's top teams are headed to the Alamo City, where the action gets underway on April 5th. Florida battles Auburn at 5:09, followed by that must-see matchup between Duke and Houston at 7:49. But that's all the time we have for sports. Morning, y'all. Back to y'all.
just a perfect way to leave a legacy to the other kids that are coming up. To now, it's their turn to come win a state championship.
I mean, I've had great kids and I couldn't have asked for anything better than that. It's been phenomenal.
Yeah, East Texas is the best football in the state, in my opinion, especially at our level. You know, I got a million texts this week. Good luck from friends and family, and the only thing I said, we're going to play hard. It's the only thing I said when I got this job. I promise we're going to play hard. We play hard. You see that? It don't matter down, up, what score is. We're going to play hard.
All the summer workouts, all the early morning grind in August.
Man, our kids just fight.